Hello, my name is Heather Leigh Cameron, and I watched The Amazing Race Season 29 last night, and you know what? The first thought that came to mind was, when in school the teacher assigns people to be husband and wife or whatever for a family planning class, and the couples are each given an egg to look after, treating it like their baby. Well, that's the first thought that came to mind when when everybody was assigned the opportunity to pick someone to race with. It reminded me of a family planning class in school, and I made a ton of egg jokes on Twitter. Let me actually get to Twitter and talk about some of the egg jokes, because it just reminded me so much of the family planning class. And of course it went as family planning classes usually go in school. Some couples learned to work past their differences and came out looking very happy. Some immediately zoned in on each other's differences and just focused on them so much that they missed the experience of actually doing something as unique as The Amazing Race. And The Amazing Race is truly unique. I mean, I've been watching it since the beginning, and that was around the time of 9/11, and I was definitely around in 9/11. I was in grade 9, and I was getting ready for school and going to school, and my mom's friend phoned her and told her to turn on the television, and Mom did, and she said, "What's the movie that's on?" And she was told it wasn't a movie, and my mom's from the States. Originally, she was born there. So seeing an attack on her birth country, that was very scary for her, and every year that goes by, it hurts my heart. Anyway, I watched the first episode on PVR, because my parents had seen it earlier and not told me it was on, but that's okay. I'm not going to do anything in terms of peaceful revenge, by the way. People have been making suggestions on Facebook. Anyway. I nicknamed it The Amazing Race 29, the Family Project, and said all they are missing are eggs to be their kids, referencing the comments I made earlier in the video. The first thing that came to mind when I was watching it is, oh, how I missed the sound of Phil Kogan's sweet voice and the intensity of his commentaries when he's going around and saying various things on each leg of the race. I missed that. Oh my goodness, I missed that. And so it was so funny when all those people ran around the streets looking for this luggage shop, right? Some of them actually worked together, which is very cool, despite not really knowing each other. And some of them decided to go on their own, and that's totally fine too. But the poor guy that ended up being last because he got the wrong flag, oh, that poor guy. I hope it works out for him. But one of the things that came to mind as I was watching these people try to work together was, who will crack and boil over first on this experimental season of The Amazing Race? Everyone seems to fry too quickly, and that's true. Everyone's tempers were flaring, and everyone just seemed to freak out about working with a stranger rather than saying, hey, we're on The Amazing Race. I made it to The Amazing Race. Let's make the most of this, even if it's a difficult situation. So, I mean, that's called making lemonade out of lemons. And I mean, I'm personally an expert on it. I'm 29 years old, but a lot of people may not be. Everyone's got different life experiences. But if you are given a tough situation, it is better to tough it out rather than run away, because pushing forward makes you tough and makes you able to handle difficult things. If you're just running away from tough situations all the time, you're going to remain weak. It's better to face things head on and become strong because of them. Look for what you can learn in each situation, because life can be truly amazing if you want it to be. What will these teams learn from being in this situation? I don't know. They'll learn their strengths, they'll learn their weaknesses, they'll learn what kind of people they want to be around, and they'll learn patience, definitely. Racing with a stranger would certainly teach me patience. And you know what? It's always important to push forward in faith and never give up on something like that, because life is too short not to try. And in terms of would I ever be brave enough to run the Amazing Race as a blind date or with someone at random rather than have a loved one? Well, life is too short to be scared. If the opportunity was given to me, I would probably take it, because I've spent my life just exceeding expectations because I've got this nonverbal learning disorder, and it's a form of autism, and because of that, people's expectations for me have been relatively low. And so I always just feel like I have to exceed things and prove people wrong and watch the reactions and enjoy the fact that I was able to exceed expectations. The only failure is not making the most of life, because every day is an amazing race and too precious to waste on fear. Every day truly is an amazing race. And you know, I really liked that motorcycle guy, and I'm not too great with names right now. I liked that motorcycle guy and that girl. I think her name was Olive. I can't remember the guy's name without looking it up, but I liked how persistent they were and how they never gave up, and they were rewarded by being able to stay in the race. It was such a miracle. And too bad for the team that was first out. I'm not gonna give names because I don't know when people are able to watch it, and I'm trying to be sensitive about spoilers for the Amazing Race. And you know, interestingly enough, I went on Reality Blurred this morning and I saw that Phil said that the Amazing Race's future is up to us. Let's bring it back. It's been so long since we had it, and I personally missed it. Did you?